dear friends, masters, and gods. A very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV warmly welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 22, day 6. So, before commencing the session, I would like to say pranams to you all and to our Guruji Ranganath sir, our Grandmaster Maharshi Patriji, our great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to all the great Grandmasters and to the universe. So, today's session we will be exploring Patriji's Gnana Navaratnas, the 9 precious gems of wisdom shared by Brahmashi Patriji. So we are happy to welcome Madam Sirisha from USA. So let us welcome Madam with love and gratitude. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Lokeshkar and Deepika, madam. Namaste to all masters. So, Patri sir has shared this wisdom in a simple and easy way to understand, so that even a common person can grasp it beautifully, presented in the form of 9 jewels. I mean, it's a Gnana Navaratnalu. So, on the occasion of Guru Purnima week, I'm very happy to remember the wisdom given by Patriji. Thank you to our whole team, Mahavatar Foundation, for giving me this opportunity. So, before starting, my heartfelt gratitude to our Grandmaster Pitamaha Patriji and Swarnamala Patri Madam for giving a beautiful technique into our lives. Lokeshi, can you share the presentation? Okay, this is first slide. Okay, let me read what are those 9 gems. Okay, next slide. Just let me read first and after that I'll explain. Okay, so first 3 Pitamaha is divided into 3 things. I mean, Gnana Prakaranam, Sadhana Prakaranam and Karma Prakaranam. So first 3 is Gnana Prakaranam. ఆత్మే పరబ్రహ్మం జీవుడే దేవుడు దేహమే దేవాలయం. సో సెకండ్ స్లైడ్ ప్లీజ్. సో సాధన ప్రకరణం, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ 4 things. ఓకే, బ్రెత్ ఈజ్ ద గురు, శ్వాసే గురువు, సమయమే సాధన, సహనమే ప్రగతి, అనుభవమే జ్ఞానం. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్. సో కర్మ ప్రకరణం, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ 2. దానమే ధర్మం, ధర్మమే పుణ్యం. Okay, go to the second slide. I will explain now. So just we are reminding that wisdom what Patri sir has given to us. Okay, friends. So Gnana Prakaranam, again Atme Parabrahmam. It's a Jeevude Devudu, Dehame Devalayam, right? So friends, first gem is Atme Parabrahmam. Here we should understand the essence of all the Vedas, scriptures, Upanishad is beautifully captured in the 4 Mahavakyas. So what are those? Pragnanam Brahma, consciousness is Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. Tattvamasi, you are that. And 4th one is I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahma. The soul is essentially a tiny spark of the vast consciousness. So here, to understand consciousness, here are some simple examples from Upanishads only, like what we heard from Upanishads, like Chidakasa and Ghatakasa. When you look at the vast space above the sky, you will see that the same space is reflected inside a small mud pot as well. Chidakasa means it's Akash. So Ghatakasa, it's a pot. Whatever you're seeing in the above sky, just like the space inside a pot is not different from the space outside, right? The soul, Atma, inside a human being is not separate from the universal soul, Paramatma or Brahma. So the infinite space of consciousness and the space within objects are one and the same. So another example is like the air inside a balloon and the air outside. They may seem separate, but they are actually one continuous air, right? So like another example is, it's a drop of water and the ocean. The drop is not different from the ocean, right? It is the ocean itself. It's in miniature, of course. So consciousness we are explaining with the small examples. With these examples, it's not easy to grasp the nature of consciousness, but even then understanding it intellectually can be difficult. I struggled myself. I struggled. So it's listening by understanding. It's simple words, but experiencing it's not easy, friends. So we need to practice meditation. We need to experience that. Then it will be easy. One of my meditational experience I wanted to share with you all. I had a one profound and enlightening experience, and masters explained to me with one example, like we are 7-bodied system, right? Just think like 7-floor building. Okay, when you look out from first floor, you see the street, houses, trees. It's a when you are in the first floor. Okay, it's a limited close up view, right? And 7th floor, when you go and stand in the 7th floor, the view changes, right? Same area, same street, but it's from a broader, more comprehensive perspective, right? And if you look in aerial view, suppose you are flying, so from there, when you see, you can observe the entire landscape in great detail and context. So here, what is happening? It's a each floor represents a layer of body consciousness. The limited perception we have of ourselves when we identify only with the physical body. As we rise higher in awareness, our perception expands beyond the body and ego, allowing us to experience our true limitless self. So, just like this, our perception constantly changes depending on the level of awareness we hold. So, in our practice, we can understand where we are. We are in 7th chakra or 3rd chakra. We know the energy system, right? So, we can understand where we are, where to go, from which floor, from which state you had to understand this wisdom or life. So through meditation, my entire perception shifted once I experienced that is consciousness. So after this body experience, I experienced that consciousness, and masters is revealing this truth to me. So this with an example. So that after the experience, my entire perception has shifted. Since then, my thoughts, feelings, and actions have transformed. I began living with mindfulness and experiencing deep sense of oneness with consciousness. At the same time, I developed a newfound appreciation for the physical body, understanding its true value as the vessel for this consciousness. It's a vessel, right? For this consciousness. Like that, I understood. And next gem is Jivude Devudu. The soul itself is God. So, the Sanatana Jiva, the eternal individual soul residing within the physical body, is none other than God. The soul is a tiny spark, a speck of pure consciousness. Let us understand this with a simple example of a tree and seed. Okay? So, when the seed separates from the tree and it's planted in the soil, it begins its own process of growth and evolution, right? That seed carries within in the same potential and ability to become a big tree, just as the trees came from. The Mundakopa Upanishad beautifully illustrates this with the story of 2 birds. Dva supanna sayuja sakhaya samanam vruksham parisasvajate. About 2 birds, close companions, perched on the same tree. One bird eats the sweet fruit and hops from branch to branch, experiencing pleasure and pain. That is Jivatma, individual soul. The other bird sits quietly observing without attachment beyond dualities. So it's just observing. That is Paramatma, Supreme Self. From the perspective of the 3D world, everything appears in duality. I am here and God is there. Dark and light, happiness and sorrow, heat and cold. So we only understand concepts like darkness because of the absence of light, right? Through such contrasts, we perceive and learn, but the ultimate reality is oneness. The unity of Jivatma and Paramatma, the individual soul and the Supreme Self. So we human beings originate from the same pure consciousness. The soul is a speck of that infinite consciousness. We are not separate from the Creator. We are one and the same, just as our fingers appear. Right? Fingers, it's looking separate, but all are all part of the same hand, right? We may look different externally but energetically, but we are all connected and identical, right? So friends, so we should understand Jeevude Devudu. So next one is Dehame Devalayam. These all are Gnana Prakranas, Gnanam, wisdom. We should understand this wisdom first. Fundamental wisdom is Atma Parabrahmam, Jeevude Devudu, Dehame Devalayam. So that body is temple. We should understand that our body is our temple, as Adi Shankaracharya said, Deho Devalaya Prokto Jiva Prokto Sanatanaha. The body is the sacred temple where the eternal soul resides. If God dwells within our body, how should we treat it? Like a temple, right? With utmost respect and care. Always keep your body pure and clean. This means avoiding harmful substances such as meat, junk food and alcohol. Essentially, not putting dead bodies inside us. Because we should understand this body is temple. Every spiritual practitioner should nourish the body with sattvic food, pure and wholesome food. According to the scriptures, before entering the temple, we must cleanse both our body and mind. Have you heard about that? So before going to temple, what we do? We always bath, right? But we don't know about the cleansing of mind. After meditation, we understood this. So we should cleanse both our body, not only body, even mind. So our body consists of trillions of cells that resonate deeply with our feelings and desires, friends. Before entering the temple, we must clear away mental clutter and fog. Only then can we perceive the bright light of God within. Simply reading and acquiring knowledge alone cannot bring real transformation in our lives, friends. So how can we bring light into our lives? By practicing and experiencing the wisdom of the three key teachings. Those are Gnana Prakaranam. So repeat these three things: Atma Parabrahmam, Jeevude Devudu, Dehame Devalayam. We must all answer the fundamental question that who am I? So before going to Sadhana Prakaranam, just wanted to ask you, is there any doubts, friends? Any questions? You can unmute yourself. Are you following me?
If you have any questions, you can raise, masters.
So you also can share your experience. Have you ever felt in your meditations that is your consciousness?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share with me, sir?
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, master.
In my meditation, I have received certain knowledge on this case, on the Devalaya, Ghee Homeo Devalaya, you said this is the temple, the body is the temple, and the mind is the driver of that house, and the soul is living in the body, that is the temple, and the mind is the driver of that temple, driver of the temple. Whatever we do and what the mind is responsible for that. And with the mind condition, if the mind is conditioned, the soul can peacefully sit in the temple, and will be our karma will be good. We will be living a ideal life. This is what the information which I got through our meditation of the mind. Mind is the driver of this temple. Yes.
Okay.
That's my experience.
Wow, wonderful, sir. See, masters, once you experience, so totally your perception will be changed. That's what experience alone gives you transformation. Okay, friends, anyone else? Let's go to the next slide. This is sadhana prakaranam. Can you? Yes. So already we already I read what are those. Okay, let me start from it's a Swase Guru. So we all know that breath is the Guru. So and Samayame Sadhana, Sahaname Pragati, Anubhavame Gnanam, right? I have been practicing breath meditation for over 20 plus years, masters, and I have witnessed many wonders. Truly, breath is our greatest guru in life. See, we have two types of journeys, okay? When we travel outwardly, we connect with others and seek information externally. So we all know whatever we want, such we'll go to the Google, just we search, right? But it's externally it's happening. But when we journey inwardly, whom do we turn to? Right? Breath is the only gateway to connect with our inner truth and higher consciousness. Think of your mind as a student, like just now sir said, right? It's a mind as a student, and your breath is Guru Master. So in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a beautiful verse that teaches us how to be with our Guru. See, we all know breath is Guru, but we should know how to be with our Guru. Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te dhnanam dhnaninas tattva darshinaha. So here beautifully in a Bhagavad Gita, they are explaining, just surrender to your breath form, okay? Approach it humbly, ask gentle questions, befriend it, and serve it through simple observation. This act of watching your breath is true service, friends. In return, your breath begins to take care of your entire being, physically, mentally, intellectually, and spiritually. See, we don't know. Patriji sir always emphasize breath is your Guru, and we should understand how to be with Guru, right? The discipline, what it is discipline. Here in Bhagavad Gita, they explained before, and we were thinking Guru means it's a physical form. We had to go to the Guru and we had to serve them. Like that we are thinking, right? Here, Patriji already is given, your breath is Guru. So you have to be observe your breath. So in that way, in return, your breath begins to take care of your entire being, physically, mentally, intellectually, and spiritually, right? Through this sincere connection, you will begin to understand the soul science, friends, hidden within the breath. In the beginning, this practice helps regulate your thoughts and align you with the right ones. Right thoughts lead to right direction. So they naturally cut away unnecessary thoughts, unwanted emotions, irrational fears, and unscientific belief patterns, right? This is what we experienced when you observe your breath. The breath also guides your desires, helping you let go of the unnecessary and tune into the right ones. It gently aligns you with the eightfold path, right? Right view, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. This is the power of breath, friends. Your closest friend, teacher, and guide is breath. In essence, our breath leads us from darkness to light. It gently separates us from ignorance and connects us to truth. It reveals the path to immortality, the eternal journey of the soul, friends. So that is Swase Guruvu. Samayame Sadhana. Okay. So how much time need to spend minimum? So everyone knows, every meditator knows, right? Answer is minimum one should spend according to their own age, right? 30 years, 30 minutes, 60 years, 60 minutes, and maximum is your choice, friends. So the more time you invest, the more result you will get. We have to allocate a lot of time for practice. That is Samayame Sadhana. Sahaname Pragati. Learning any art requires more patience. We may face many challenges on this path. During meditation, we might experience physical discomfort, right? Sometimes we may feel pain in the legs, and sometimes we may feel pain in the back. So many discomfort. From the outside, we may encounter criticism, even insults. Sometimes family members may not understand us. They may question us, saying, "Why are you just sitting without doing anything? This is a waste of time." But through all this, we must continue our practice with patience and trust, friends. Uh, Take the example of Milarepa, the great Tibetan yogi. To receive wisdom from his guru, he built and demolished a house countless times, friends, enduring immense hardship with unwavering determination. Everyone should read the life story of Milarepa. Friends, it's deeply inspiring. See, compared to that, we are truly fortunate, right? We have received this powerful meditation technique without going through any such struggles, right? So, all we need to do is sit and practice sincerely. Samayame, Sahaname Pragati. So, next one is Anubhavame Gnanam. So, here, true wisdom is not just about reading scriptures or listening to spiritual talks. Real wisdom comes through direct experience, friends. That is what we call Anubhavame Gnanam. Experience is wisdom. All experiences that arise from the opening of the third eye, the subtle visions, inner journey, and higher realizations are part of the divine wisdom. So, we live between two worlds, the visible material world, what we see with our physical eyes, the invisible spiritual world, the vast dimension, right, that lies beyond our ordinary senses. What we perceive with our eyes, this physical material reality forms just 0.01% of the total existence. The remaining 99.99% is the unseen world, which cannot be touched or seen through ordinary senses, right? This unseen dimension is not imaginary. It is the realm of pure energy, pure consciousness, and higher intelligence, friends. The manifested world is Prakriti, nature from the outer. The unmanifested source is called Purusha, the silent witness, the pure consciousness behind all creation. So, how do we access this unseen world? Can anyone answer? How do we access this unseen world?
By meditation, ma'am. By
Yes. Mm-hmm.
by first of all taking a shelter of a guru who has already seen, because it is easy to go through the guru's guidance because the guru would have already seen it. Instead of we experimenting, and also take the guidance of the guru and then follow the rituals like meditation and Swanta Anubhava, they say, no, Swanubhava. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that we can experience. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Madam,
So,
madam,
practicing meditation daily? Yes, sir.
madam, we can feel by our third eye.
Pardon, sir?
We can feel by our third eye opening.
Okay, so you got the experiences in your meditation?
No,
Have you?
not yet. Not yet. I
Okay.
am meditating, not yet.
Okay. Mhm. Anyone else? Uh, Masters? Anyone else? So, yeah, it's right answer. Through meditation, friends. When we meditate, the life energy, the prana, force starts traveling inward. As we continue our practice with sincerity and stillness, the inner energy field becomes activated, friends. This leads to the awakening of the third eye, a subtle energy center located between the eyebrows. So, often referred to as the eye of inner vision. As the third eye opens, we start experiencing visions, colors, light patterns, beautiful aspects of nature, sacred mountains, and temples. So, inner encounters with gurus, angels, and divine beings, right? Intuitive downloads and symbols. So many astral travel where our consciousness moves beyond the body and explore higher realms. So in deeper stages, we even begin to remember past lives, and slowly the purpose of this life becomes clear. All these mystical experiences together are not fantasies. They are steps into true wisdom trance. This wisdom is not borrowed. It is earned through inner transformation. And what does this wisdom do? It liberates us from ignorance. It frees us from fear, confusion, and suffering. Friends, when I moved to Atlanta in the year 2017, with physical eyes, I seen my past lives. In front of the mirror, just I stand and look into the mirror. It suddenly my faces are changing. Really, I wondered what it is, but it's so many different types of faces, but in my inner is saying it's all the faces me only, in that way identified. And also one of the beautiful experience with physical eyes only, I sense the energy, friends. So masters asked me to carry the potato on the right hand. I felt some energies. Even I couldn't cut the potato when I feel the consciousness of potato. So masters asked me to shift into the left hand. When it's shifted to the left hand, I'm not able to receive that consciousness from the potato. Then it's easily I can cut it, right? So even potato also has life, that I sense difference. With my physical eyes, physical hand, masters gave me a beautiful experience to me. So everyone will get this kind of experiences once you practice meditation sincerely, friends. So after this experience, I understood what is the energy, right? Everything has energy, not only humans, right? It's even pillow and bed and chair, everything has energy. I understood, oh, everything has energy. And even thought also, so thought has energy. And I see literally energy behind the words, friends. I sensed that, and oh my God, really I shocked when I experienced that energy is everywhere. Really, I'm very after that experience, my perception has totally shifted. So I understood the power of thought, power of word, right? So totally we can understand once we connect the wisdom. So that wisdom helps us completely from ignorance. It liberates us, right? And it frees us from fear, confusion, and suffering. 80% of the suffering in human life comes from a lack of spiritual wisdom, friends. Not knowing who we truly are, why we are here, and what life is meant for. Friends, remember this. Books may give you information, but it is only through experience that true transformation happens, friends. True wisdom is born within through direct experience. So sit, meditate, be patient, and allow your breath, your energy, and your inner self to show you the unseen, the truth beyond the known. So this is the, what are these? Sadhana Prakaranam. Okay, friends, anything, any doubts? Would you like to share your experiences? I would love to hear all your experiences on third eye, whatever you had in your meditation.
Guruji, can I ask
Just,
you a question?
yeah, please.
See, what is the role of this 9 planets, Navagrahas? See, for example, they say if you're suffering, the suffering is because there is a planetary movement in your horoscope, and because of the past life karma, you have to suffer, right? So I'm unable to reconcile because the planets or heavenly bodies in somewhere in the space. How does that impact our life? If we are going through some delays and some things are not happening on time, they say your house is not all right, you change your house, or vastu is not all right, and all those things. But somebody who believes in hard work, somebody who believes in discipline, these are esoteric things, right? We don't know what are these planets or what is this vastu. So how do we reconcile that, and then by doing meditation, how these things will solve? That is my question.
Okay, so that's what, friends, we should understand who you are, what is consciousness. Okay, consciousness, once you understand, not only understanding, once you experience, you come out of all these things, even planetary influences and everything, because you are the great, you are the power. You understanding, you means consciousness.
Okay.
Consciousness is the whole power, right?
Okay. Mm.
So who is driving your thought, your emotion, your feelings, your beliefs, right?
Mm. Yes.
So you can change yourself, right? Your thought.
Yeah. I
So
mean, we
even
can.
Vastu also has science. Definitely
Mm.
it has science, but it's totally you're depending on that. You are residing in that house. You can change your energy. So even this house is when you see the energy at this place.
Mm.
Okay, it's depend on your thoughts, depend on your feelings. This house is carrying.
Mm.
Now, this house is carrying with my thoughts, with my feelings. Okay.
Okay.
So, suppose if Vastu wise also is not good.
Mm.
Okay. Someone said, but why should I believe them? Of course, that is science, but it's not perfect science. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Beyond Vastu, you are there. That is spiritual science. Beyond Vastu, you are that.
Mm.
Then you can conquer this, right?
Yeah.
You are looking up from the aerial view. You can control this beyond your senses. Once you experience, you can control your mind.
Yeah. Mind control is one thing, but for example, there are financial challenges like you're not able to get a new job or your money is stuck in the business. How does how do we overcome these things from meditation or these spiritual practice?
Yeah.
Because the suffering is at the materialistic level, because of the money, because of the delay. Some people are not cooperating or cheating and other things. So how do we overcome this actually? Yeah.
So meditation gives you discipline. So I said in the breath is guru, right?
Yeah.
In that prakaranam, I explained. So what it's giving you a discipline. So unnecessary thoughts it's taking out, unnecessary priorities, unnecessary goals, everything. It's aligning you right intention, right thought. Then it gives you good result, right? So financially, it's we are low, means we are thinking. It's depend on your thoughts. It depend on your beliefs. So
Okay.
we should shift our thoughts and feelings. It's not
Okay.
easy. Feelings and emotions we cannot easily shift because we are facing. See, suppose if I have pain in my leg, what happens? It always my energy, my thought focuses on the pain only, right?
Mm. Yep.
So while painting, how do I feel happy? It's not.
Mm.
But what masters is giving us, so
Mm.
you cannot change the pain, but you can change your feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Even the pain is existence, my
Yeah.
thoughts and feelings, okay, I can do my work easily, so I
Mm.
can walk, I can do. So in that is positivity, that positive visualization, that positivity, that feeling, it shifts you
Mm.
because your pain is in physical body, but your emotional body is higher than your physical body, right?
Yeah.
So you are in this higher zone, it's
Mm.
easily it flows down.
Right. Right.
Okay, you understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say,
Understood.
so that's what we 80% sufferings, lack of spirituality, spiritual wisdom. So this and all helps us, friends. Okay,
Okay. Thank you so much.
thank you. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Karma prakranas. Okay. What are the actions? Action point now. Okay, we understood Gnanam and we are doing sadhana. So actions, what to do? Dhaname dharmam. Dharmame punyam. So here, dhaname dharmam, whatever we have, we are meant to share with the community. If you have money, offer it to those in need. If you have food, feed the hungry. If you have clothes, give them to those without. If you have music, share your melodious to uplift others. That is true dharma, friends, the path of righteousness. Nature, so look at around nature. Nature constantly teaches us the law of giving and receiving, right? See, the trees give without asking. The river flow and serve all. The sun shines for everyone, right? When we give selflessly, we align with this universal principle. And in giving, we receive much more in love, in grace, inner joy. During the time of the COVID, friends, lockdown period, we all came to a deeper understanding of the true value of nature. So, COVID time, how did you feel? When the world paused, we witnessed, right? Something profound. The sky became clearer, the air purer, animals roamed freely, and nature began to heal itself, right? It was as if the earth was gently reminding us of our presence and power. So, this period, COVID period, taught us an important lesson, friends. We must live in harmony with nature and all living beings. We do not have the right to harm, exploit, or dominate any life form. So, here, non violence, ahimsa, is the highest principle of Dharma, the universal moral order, right? It means not only avoiding physical harm but also practicing kindness in our thoughts, words, and actions. Hurting animals, nature, or fellow humans is a form of violence, we think. But even anger, hatred, and harsh speech disturb the balance of peace, friends. These are the enemies. So we should understand we should not harm ourselves. We should not harm others. That is true dharma. So it's a true dharma always lies in compassion, understanding, and reverence for all life. We are not separate from nature, friends. We are a part of it. When we harm it, we harm ourselves. So let us carry forward the lessons we learned during the stillness. Let us choose non-violence, love, and mindful living, not just during crisis, but in every moment of life. Okay, friends. So this is our dharma. Every true guru carries immense wisdom and selflessly shares it to uplift others. So great masters like Lord Jesus, Gautama Buddha, Mahavir, Prophet Muhammad, and Sadananda Maharaji, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, and many more divine beings, they all walk this earth with one purpose, right? To awaken humanity. Why do we always remember them? Why are we so naturally drawn to their presence?
Because
It is
of
because,
their aura and their,
yes,
I mean, they are giving, so we feel like going near them, right? Because their energy is so pure, and
yes.
we feel attracted towards them. Actually,
Wonderful. So because they radiate powerful magnetic energy, you said it's a magnetic energy field aura.
yeah,
So how they created that aura? Through their divinity, inner wisdom and selfless service. So always Patriji says, you are the God, right? You are the co-creator. That means we should radiate our aura with our divinity, with our inner wisdom, with our selfless service, right? Then
yeah,
at least this expression, uh, this expression, what would I say? It's a, we usually offer flowers, right? Physical flowers. We should offer this to all our gurus with joy, with compassion, and inner wisdom. That is our flowers, pure flowers. So now it is our turn to follow in their footsteps, to live with awareness, share with compassion, and contribute meaningfully to the community around us. So today I experienced the wisdom of the 9 gems and had the joy of sharing it with all of you friends. In doing so, I felt a deep sense of fulfillment and inner happiness. That is true punyam. So here, Dhaname dharmam, dharmame punyam. Whatever I have, I am sharing. Okay, today I learned this wisdom and I experienced, I want to share with you. So with the sharing, what I am getting? Happiness, inner joy, fulfillment. Okay, that is punyam. Who is giving this punyam to me? Are you giving? So this punyam, where do we get? This is our action point. So dharmam. So righteousness is giving punyam. So dharmame punyam. When we engage in acts of charity and selfless giving, we create punyam, sacred merit. This punyam is also purnam, meaning completeness. Such generosity fills our hearts with true happiness, fulfillment, ecstasy, and bliss, right? That no worldly possession can match. Inner joy, even if you have money, you don't get the peace and ecstasy, bliss, and all. So, friends, in the same way, we should offer the highest and most beautiful flowers, means this one, not physical flowers, okay? Contentment, joy, compassion, and bliss. These offerings are expressions of our deepest gratitude and its reverence. When we cultivate these qualities within ourselves and dedicate them to our gurus, so we move closer to self-realization and liberation, the ultimate freedom of the soul, friends. This is a true path to spiritual awakening, my dear friend. Let us walk this path with sincerity, love, and devotion. Okay, friends, this is about 9 jewels. It's a Gnana Navaratnalu, 9 wisdom.